This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of MSPN Digital Television and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of MSPN Digital Television.
Turn it over to the broadcast booth for the pregame show on MSPN Digital Television.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Fargo ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, or even your cubicle at work. Be sure to take a peek at the odds and ends, where you will find all the little treasures that are simply too good to miss. Mandy's of Fargo ND accepts multiple forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone. Make your home your retreat. Fill your favorite spaces with fresh air, warm sunlight, and calming connections with the outdoors. Marvin Windows and Doors are designed to promote happier, healthier spaces in your home. At D&M Industries, we will walk you through how the beauty, thoughtful design features, and unparalleled performance of Marvin products can help you feel better in your home. Visit our D&M Industries showroom in Moorhead today.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
That was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. All right, appreciate Trudy and Brett, and also getting a text message. I need to start knocking it into my memory to check that microphone when we go on road games. So let's see here. They just reset the scoreboard. I'm assuming he was walked. Well, on the bright side, I don't have to worry about any of the music that's played so far, about having to editing that out later here. And he was hit by a pitch. So the bases are loaded, I do believe, as I get things squared away here. All right, so Gunnar Majerus steps to the plate now. Hang on. Oh, it's Hudson Stein. Oh, there's 2 outs. Okay. All right. I'm not sure who got out. Okay, Hudson Stein is the batter. Ethan Dahl's on third. Jace Burns is on second. Gunnar Majerus is on first. And the count right now is 1 ball and 1 strike, and I think we're on track here. Thanks once again for your patience. If you are looking for that Fargo Post 400 Comets game against the Moorhead Golds, we did have it intended to be broadcasted, but I got a phone call and a text message saying that they are having trouble getting into the press box. Like, the key is not unlocking the door. So I know as of the last text I got, they were still working on it. They might resort to a locksmith is what I've been told. So that game might be joined in progress here, or it might not be on. I'll let them make the final call on that. But we'll keep you updated with a score at minimum here on this Stars game versus Mandan, a non-conference 7-inning single game against the Chiefs here for the Stars before they head up to Corbett Field in Minot to take on the Minot Vistas in a very important conference doubleheader here for the Stars. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. And that will miss for a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Stars won the Bozeman AA Midsummer Classic tournament. Swing and a miss there for strike 3. And that is also out number 3. They will strand all 3 on bases, and I'll tell you more about Bozeman here in a little bit. We'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
It's payback time. Zapalio, 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 Zapalio.
It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
want to say hi to Diane, who says, check Mike on the road, bring binoculars. Well, I got half that checklist done. I do indeed have binoculars here at this game, as well as the games that I just came from in South Dakota. And, yeah, I think that's when the binoculars came into action for road games. So this is our first official Post 400 road game with binoculars in our road game kit. 1 ball, no strike. Dylan Gerke is the batter. Nice catch there by Ty Weiler. Gus Wermeyer is your starting pitcher here for the Stars. This one bouncing out towards second baseman Braden Olson. And that is a 4-3 ground out.
Brings up the shortstop, Ty Weiler.
Breakfast is good, but eating in the kitchen on like the hotel, that all kind of gross, no pool.
Ground ball, nice grab there at third base. And safe at first. It'll be an infield hit.
Box, the center fielder, cleanup hitter, Troy Gerhardt. Except the designated hitter, Gage Miller.
Baseball stories or non-baseball stories? What?
You walked in, they had like a women's bench and all that, and there was like space behind the bench for like to put your bags on and shit. Like the kids would go back there and throw their cones and everything, like when they were hours and this. And we told them like you need to stop doing that shit. Like that's our second game on Saturday was basically like gets on and like starts like the crap out of the
No run.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right. Alex Christopherson is the batter. It's 2 balls and no strikes here in the start of the second inning. And a nice grab on the run there by Ty Weiler. That was he made it look easy even though it wasn't. Ground ball, they'll find the 5-6 gap into left field for Caleb Blanchette. And he is on first base, and that will bring up Braden Olson now. Blanchette and Olson, batters 8 and 9 in the lineup. Since we had those audio issues in the beginning here, we'll pretend like it's the first inning and go through the defensive setup here for Mandan. So it's Logan Seafeld pitching, Jensen Scholes catching. At first base is Marcus Birdhorse, Ryan Bitts at second, Ty Weiler, the shortstop, Aiden Bogner at third. The outfield here after the pitch to Braden Olson. And that one will miss for a ball, and it's 1-0 now here to Braden Olson. Mason Oster in left field, Troy Gerhardt in right, Dylan Gerke in center field.
Excuse your touch before you touch them. No. Hey, there you go. I don't think they're with it. And then, so then, over the weekend, I played in Tyndale. Where it's like, you got the bench in the first row, and then like, there's like a room behind. Yeah. And like, that's where you put your bag and all that. So our kids thought it was like a perfect area to like throw your helmet and all that after you strike out, get out, whatever. And so, we had told them to like, you guys need to knock it out, like, before we get trouble. So, and also we had problems with them.
Apologize for the non-concentration. Just trying to help out back in Fargo for that Comets game. I'm getting phones blowing up with text messages, so. "3-1 is the count to, I believe, Colston Sen. And, no, I'm sorry, there's Braden Olson. And they'll walk him. And now Colston Sen steps up to the plate.
Brings us back to the top of the order. The shortstop, Colston Sen.
What? You didn't tell them like head in the pool and start swimming and you get to take a pizza? No, there was no pool. You guys go to the north end for the night. They're on their own. It was fine. It was cheap though. You gotta pay your own colors and stuff. We have like a farm there.
Back to the top of the order with Colston Sen, too. He grounded out to the pitcher. That's the only stat that I can 100% say is accurate from the first 9 batters here for the Stars. So, once again, my apologies for that, but I'm glad that you can watch it. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count now here to Colston Sen. Ethan Dahl is on deck. Colby Hansen to follow if we get that far with 1 out. Standing on second base is Caleb Blanchette. Braden Olson on first. Your runners on here for the Stars. Still in a 0-0 game here in the top of the second. 1 away, and the pitch is low, and that'll be 2 balls and a strike now here to Colston Sen. Big thanks to our sponsors, including Mandy's of FargoND.com, Marvin Windows and DMN Industries, along with Sweet Shots, TCI Insurance, Doolittle's Grill, as well as Frank's Lounge and the FM Visitors and Convention Bureau for making Post 400 broadcasts possible this summer season. 3 balls and a strike now here to Colston Sen. Once again, he grounded out to the pitcher. We're 22 minutes into the ball game now. First pitch came at 4:59, so I guess 22 minutes and some seconds as we just now flip to 23. 3 balls and 1 strike. He'll look back at second at Blanchette. He'll set and deliver. And that is in for strike 2, and we have a full count here to Colston Sen. Once again, Ethan Dahl is on deck. And a bouncing ball, and it'll sneak by the third baseman as well as the shortstop into left field. And that will load the bases. I believe that will go in the books as a hit, and it looks like it will. So a single to load the bases here for the Stars, and it's Ethan Dahl.
The third baseman, Ethan Dahl.
Still no score here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard.
Summer sausage? Regular summer sausage?
Ball 1.
Mom, you want some summer sausage? Jennifer? Summer sausage? Summer sausage?
That one's fouled back. We're at 2 balls and a strike now here to Ethan Dahl.
Cheese? Not hot cheese. This is onion cheese.
At home, he is out. Blanchette gets caught trying to get home. The runners will advance, though, and that will leave first base open. And we'll have a visit on the mound here. Now give me some time to move my equipment out of the hot part of where the sun is shining in, where I thought I was safe when I initially set up. And we'll have a pitching change. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment. Stay tuned.
It's payback time. Zapali, 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 zapali.
It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
All right. And now first base is taken by Ethan Dahl. And that is going to be popped up there. Colby Hansen will go to the first baseman for the third out. They'll strand 3 more on base here in the second inning, so they strand 6 on base so far here in the game. And it remains 0-0 on the Mandy's of FargoIndy.com scoreboard. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
I don't really
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second here at BNC National Bank Field in Mandan. And after Colby Hansen popped out to the first baseman, is going to bring up Mason Oster. And there's a strike. All right, so 2 balls and 1 strike. If you're wondering where I'm set up at, picture it like this. This is what the broadcast would look like at Starring Bank Field if we moved our equipment to the first base press box. Remember a couple years ago, they're like, which one do you want? You can have whichever one you want, and we'll send our guys the other one. I'm like, yeah, I think I'll have behind home plate. Although there has been times where I thought where maybe I should have picked the other one. 3 balls and 2 strikes, the count. And that'll be a walk. So Oster gets on, gets on first, brings up Marcus Birdhorse. And he'll send a high fly ball to left field, going all the way back to the warning track. It'll bounce off the wall. Gunnar Majerus will pick it up. Or actually, it'll bounce quite far, and Christofferson will throw it in. That'll move Mason Oster over to third, and Birdhorse is on with a double. I've only seen 1 home run hit over that fence in left field there, and that was at the 2021 state tournament when the Fargo Post 400 Stars were playing the West Fargo Patriots in the state championship game here. This field has done good things to Fargo Post 400 in the past. They have won the last 2 games they played here against the Mandan Chiefs. They have won 4 in a row against the Mandan Chiefs. All 4 of those were conference games, obviously. This is a non-conference game. We'll see which way this one goes. And one thing, if you haven't figured it out already, is it's not your normal starting lineup for the Stars. Now, looking at the Mandan one, it does look semi-familiar to the lineups they've had in other games this year. But they have definitely shuffled it up here with the Stars in this non-conference game. And nothing wrong with that at all, getting some of those other players some experience playing time there. And against a conference opponent, it's never a bad thing. 3-1. Here to Jensen Scholes. Second and third runners on. Wurmeyer delivers outside, and he walks him to load the bases. So I'll bring up Ryan Bitts with a chance to do some damage here for the Chiefs.
Brings up the second baseman, Ryan Bitts.
So I believe with the last text message I got, that Comets game against Moorhead is on the air now. They joined it in progress, obviously, but it is on the air, so. And that'll miss for a ball. 1-1 the count now here to Ryan Bitts. Bitts in the doubleheader that played the Stars in Starring Bank Field in Fargo had 2 hits, 1 to left and 1 to center, and he had 2 flyouts, 1 to left, 1 to center, and he grounded out to the third baseman. Now he's going to send one over to Braden Olson, steps on the bag, and over to second for the double play. That is a 4-4-3 unassisted, or 4-4-3 double play. Dylan Gerke takes the first strike as the Chiefs now have the 1-0 lead here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. 1-1 the count.
And the bases are no longer loaded. It's only third base. And that runner is Marcus Birdhorse over on third. Here's the windup in the pitch. And a high bouncing ball right to first base. Picked up by Hudson Stein. He steps on the bag. They'll strand one, and we will go to the third inning of play. Here in a single 7-inning game at BNC National Bank Field. It's 1-0 Chiefs on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard, and we're back with more.
Mandy's of Fargo ND is your local online store where you can find something for everyone. Check out multiple items from the carry-all collection. You can also pick out that perfect sign to add to the decor of your family room, kitchen, bedroom, all forms of safe and secure payment options. Still not sure what to get? How about a gift card? Visit online at mandysoffargond.com today, where you can find something for everyone.
All right, checking the lineup here. I want to say hi to Brett for apparently I'm saying someone's name wrong, but I'm checking the lineup here to see who that person is. Show starting lineup. Oh, okay. I was saying Braden Olson, and that's great, and I had it written down wrong. I must have read the G as a B. My apologies on that. Got it corrected, saved going forward now, so thank you. Also, Deb, thank you so much for clicking that join button. I certainly appreciate that, and your support of our broadcast here on MSPN Digital Television. And it was a rough start to this one with no volume and then trying to help out back home. But we got the Comets game on, and now we have this game on, and this is Jace Burns. First pitch is, I missed it. Apparently they just put it up as a strike. The sun is shining right down over that home plate where I can barely see the balls unless they are high and out like that one was. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count here. To Jace Burns. Gunnar Majerus, Hudson Stein will be the next two batters on deck here. Nice hit to deep right field. Going back, all the way back, and it will bounce off the warning track, off the top of the wall, and that will be good for a double for Jace Burns. Gunnar Majerus. Playing some 80s Def Leppard here, and I don't know if Mandan knows this, but the Stars play their best when 80s music is playing. They say scientifically that 80s music is the most stress-relieving music, so that might play a small role in why they play so well with 80s music playing. So. And you can Google that, and you'll get the same answer as what I just said if you're not sure if you want to believe me or not. I didn't just make that up. That's actually some studies that I've read over the course of the last year or so. And a high fly ball to right center field. And on the run, the center fielder, Dylan Gerke, makes the catch. Nice catch there, and that's out number 1. Looks like I see, okay, I see what's happening. I need to make a change in our settings here. That's a bouncing ball to third, and that will be a routine 5-3 ground out. All right, what I just did should hopefully take care of any blurry or buffering video that you saw up until now. I want to go into the backstop. Nobody on base to take advantage of that. And that one's hit foul to right field.
Reminder to turn all foul balls to the press box for a quarter and a candy.
Hopefully the person who returns that, I should probably go get that ball. I had a couple boxes of nerds. I didn't realize that's what they were for. I'll do my due diligence. I'll come here someday and I'll retrieve a couple foul balls. So expect no payment. I'll admit to it then. 2 balls and 2 strikes. When I got here, the Stars bus had just arrived here like maybe a minute or so before I arrived here. And I went and got the Stars lineup, and then I went up to the press box and nobody was up there. So, but when I walked up there, it was so cool. And it's over his head and it'll bounce all the way to the wall. And that could be a triple here for Christofferson. He will slide in, and safe at third is the call. And Blanchette will send it right over towards first base, and it'll be the second baseman making the catch, Ryan Bitts. So they strand one on base, but they do get one across the plate, and we're all knotted up now here at 1-1 here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. After 2.5, we go to the middle of the third, and we'll be back with more in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Make your home your retreat. Fill your favorite spaces with fresh air, warm sunlight, and calming connections with the outdoors. Marvin Windows and Doors are designed to promote happier, healthier spaces in your home. At D&M Industries, we will walk you through how the beauty, thoughtful design features, and unparalleled performance of Marvin products can help you feel better in your home. Visit our D&M Industries showroom in Moorhead today.
American Legion Baseball. A winning tradition since 1925. Thousands of young athletes have participated, and countless lives have been changed.
And that was the fun part of summer ball and Legion was we just played. At that stage, I think everything's so pure. You're just wanting to play ball. I would 100% recommend it.
Legion Baseball is one of many programs of the American Legion, supporting our children, our military, and their families. Find out more about how we continue to serve America.
All right, welcome back. 1-1 here as we move to the bottom of the third. It'll be Ty Weiler, Aiden Bogner, and Troy Gerhardt, batters 2, 3, and 4, if I haven't screwed anything up. And once again, the Chiefs struck first in the bottom of the second to take a 1-0 lead, and then the Stars struck back in the top of the third to tie it at 1-1. So we reset going into the bottom half of the third inning here. Once again, the Central Plains Regional Tournament, the road to Shelby, live on MSPN August 6th through the 10th, right here on MSPN Digital Television. And we won't have any duplicate games at that time, so you can guarantee yourself a flawless broadcast on that. And the pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. Check one other thing just to be sure. One ball, one strike. And that's a pop-up Foul, first base side, and into the parking lot. And it bounces over 2 vehicles and hits none. That's a nice job batting there by Ty Weiler. Weiler had a single in the first time he was up. This one will skip back into the backstop for a 2-balls, 2-strike count. Once again, a non-conference single 7-inning game, so the result of this game will not help or hurt either team in the conference standings. Stars currently ranked number 2 in the state, and Mandan in the bottom 3, trying their best to find a way to get out of the bottom section of those standings. They certainly have the talent on this team to not be where they're at. They've just had some bad luck. And this is a one-hoppered short. And that'll be picked up by Colston Sen, and he'll fire it over to Hudson Stein for the out. And that is out number 1. Once again, Gus Wermeyer catching, Gus Wermeyer pitching, Caleb Blanchette catching. Hudson Stein at first, Graydon Olson at second, Colston Sen, the shortstop, Ethan Dahl at third. Gunnar Majerus in left field, Jay Sprins in right field, and Alex Christofferson in center field is how they set up here. And that pitch is low, and it's going to hit the edge for a strike. Aiden Bogner is the batter. And this one's popped up, pushed out of play on the first base side for a strike, and it'll be strike 2 now here to Bogner. Troy Gerhardt is the batter on deck here for the Mandan Chiefs. 0-2. And a line drive right up the middle. Nice grab there by Colston Sen, and he will fire it on a bounce. Hudson Stein's able to get it. And the out number 2 is recorded. And I'll start with a nice diving play by Colston Sen. Made it look a lot easier than it actually was. It's not your routine 6-3 ground out, let's put it that way. And that is going to be, just over the outstretched arm of let me double check here. Graydon Olson. Is that what my chat says? Yes, with a G. Graydon Olson, the second baseman. So that'll be a base hit, puts a runner on. All right, Gage Miller is the batter now. Wermeyer delivers, low for a ball, 1-0. Two balls and no strikes now here to Gage Miller. This is Miller's first at bat versus the Stars. Or first plate appearance, I should say. That one will go into center field, but the runner will not be able to take off. So he'll get credit for a stolen base. No error will occur, and the pitch came across for ball 3. Oh, they're calling it a strike, actually, I guess. 2-1. And a little bit high now. It's 3 balls and a strike to Gage Miller. Mason Oster is on deck for Mandan. The pitch, that's a well-hit ball out towards center. It will bounce and be a base hit. And coming home to score is Troy Gerhardt. And he'll put the Chiefs on top 2-1. So it's an RBI single. For Gage Miller, brings up Mason Oster, who gets the hand clap walk-up song.
Mason Oster.
It's been a while since I've seen that as the walk-up. And I'll be fouled away for a strike. 0-1. Thanks, Brett, for the compliment. I appreciate that. You rock as well. Oh, swing and a miss, strike 2. So Mason Oster, after potentially being walked, or maybe that's what I put in because I was too busy with other things, is down on the count now, 0-2. I'll try and take out Gage Miller at second unsuccessfully. Marcus Birdhorse is on deck. And the pitch, swing and a miss. That's a strikeout, and Marcus Birdhouse will have to wait until the bottom of the 4th because that will take care of 3 innings of play here as they strand 1 on base. And we go to the 4th, but the Chiefs have taken a 2-1 lead here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard, and since we have an opportunity to do so, we're going to add a couple hits here for the Stars. Go for it. All right, the numbers you see on screen are correct now. Yes, 7 left on base, 3 left on base, 2-1 with 5-4 hits. That all matches up. We'll take a short break and be back in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
All right, welcome back. Top of the 4th. It's 2-1 Mandan here in this single 7-inning non-conference game. And then when this one's over, the Stars will pack up and head up to Corbett Field in Minot for a conference doubleheader against the Vistas. First pitch for that one is at 5:30. It'll be on the air about 5:15 with the pregame show right here on MSPN DTV. Here's the pitch, and it is in for strike 1 to Graydon Olson. Once again, Logan Seefeld is the pitcher. I thought they had changed pitchers earlier, and now they have changed pitchers. It's Carson Weiler who's pitching now, so we'll double check to make sure that everybody else is in their same spot. It will be a 6-3 ground out. Graydon Olson with a high flying ground out to short. And to bring up Colston Sen.
That brings up the shortstop, number 6, Colston Sen.
And that'll be ball 1 here to Colston Sen. 1-1. High for ball 2. And a good eye there by Colston Sen to not swing at that one. Once again, 2 runs on 5 hits on no errors for the Stars, and they've left 4 on base so far. While the Stars have 1 run on 4 hits, no Mandan errors, and they left 7 on base. 6 of those 7 in the first and second inning when they ended the innings with the bases loaded on both occasions. 3 balls and 2 strikes, a full count now here to Colston Sen. And that'll be a walk. And a runner is on base now here for Ethan Dahl. Well, it may be a 7-inning game, but they're sure making it feel like a doubleheader here. We're already an hour into this ball game. And to me, it doesn't seem like it's been an hour because I haven't been focused on the game for an hour. I wonder if that's the same kid that we got on camera here in 2021 when they were a newborn. I don't remember which game it was. I think it was in the 4th or 5th inning when we returned from a commercial break. We had a nice shot of a new baseball fan. And a nice catch there by Marcus Birdhorse. Kobe Hansen is the batter.
Colby Hansen.
Probably not, now that I think about it, because that child would be 4 years old today, so I'm guessing that one's a little bit younger than 4. And a high fly ball to left field. And he'll patiently wait for it to drop into his glove. That's Mason Oster with the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. So they speed it up a little bit here. And we go to the middle of the 4th with Mandan still leading 2-1, and they'll bring out the bats when we return after this. Stay tuned.
TCI Insurance was founded in 1985 with a simple mission in mind: to protect your assets. TCI Insurance has a long history of providing insurance coverage and loss prevention solutions to the region and strives to exceed your expectations. From agriculture, business, and personal insurance, our advisors are here to help walk you through the options and equip you with the knowledge you need to choose the coverage that will best suit your current stage of life. TCI Insurance. Call 701-277-1710 or visit them at the offices in West Fargo and Wimbledon. Learn more today at tciteam.com.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
All right, welcome back. 2-1 here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. Marcus Birdhorse, Jensen Scholes, Ryan Bitts. Batters 7, 8, 9, the bottom of the order here for Mandan as we roll into the top of the we should be in the bottom of the 4th, actually. All right, now I can say welcome to the bottom of the 4th. First pitch is going to miss outside for a ball. Once again, it's Gus Weremeyer on the mound. Marcus Birdhorse hit a nice double, bounced off the wall just to the right of the Dave Ressler line drive sign, and that one's going to be fouled off third base side and out of play. And into the stands. Thought for a moment there it was going to bounce out of the ballpark, but 1 ball, 1 strike as a result here to Marcus Birdhorse, who hit that double, the double off the wall in left field there where the yellow fence extends high. Part of the reason for the yellow fence there is because that's the part of left field that's easiest to hit a home run to. And that part of left field is literally like 7 feet from the road where cars drive by. So you'd hate to have a home run ball smash out a window as a car drives by. So that's one of the reasons for that fence up high in left field there. But I've seen players get it over that fence regardlessly. So Birdhorse reaches first. This is Jensen Scholes. And they'll try to pick off at first, but he's back in time. Once again, the Stars on their way home from, well, maybe not on their way home, I guess, because they got to go north to Minot, but on their way back from Bozeman, Montana with this stop here in Mandan. They won all 5 of their games. They outscored their opponents 39-26. And it took extra innings against the Bozeman Bucks. They had to play the Bucks back-to-back. And they played them in that championship game, and the Bucks had the lead at one point, but Stars were able to work their way back as they try another pickoff throw at first here. And force extra innings, and then in the bottom of the 8th, the Stars had the bases loaded, and the Bozeman pitcher had a 3-ball count to Matt Bryant, and he tossed the game-winning walk-off bases loaded walk. Probably not the way the home team would want to lose their home tournament, but I will say this, because I'm sure nobody from Bozeman is watching. I'm happy that they lost in that way. Not that I want a team to lose or anything, but you know, we were hoping to broadcast those games, and Bozeman starts their game changer, and when whoever starts their game changer first, the other game changer team can't stream the game. So they had it on mute. But not only did they have it on mute, they start their streams like an hour and 40 minutes before first pitch. At least they did yesterday. And I was still driving back from Millbank, South Dakota, so there's nothing much I could do about that. And I texted somebody and I said, well, if we go there next year, I'm going to start the stream on Game Changer when I wake up at my hotel room and everybody can watch me drive to the field. 3-1. Now, here in North Dakota, I wouldn't do that because everybody's pretty nice here in North Dakota. At least to the best of my knowledge, that's the case. So 2 runners on now for Mandan, first and third. Ryan Bitts is the batter. I also sent a text to somebody else that I can't repeat on the airwaves here. So, and that somebody knows exactly what I said to them. Here's a rundown between first and second. Hudson Stein, and now back to Gus Wermeyer, and then back home, out at home. So they will give up the runner at second to get the out at home, and that will be out number 1 of the inning. So they prevent Mandan from gaining a 3-0 lead. Nice move there by Hudson Stein to walk it all the way up to second. And then I believe it was Colston Sen who came back, but he knew he wasn't going to throw it to first. He was going to give that runner just enough time where he couldn't get home and he couldn't get back to third. And that was a perfectly played throw out at home there by the Stars. Nicely done. So Birdhouse tagged out at home plate. Either a 4-2 or a 6-2 on the throw out. I'll have to look back at the video to see which one of those two players had the ball. One ball, 2 strikes. Still runner in scoring position, though, with Scholes on second. Base hit could give them that run they were trying to get earlier. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's out 2. Now bring up Dylan Gerke.
Sunday tickets are actually cheaper than Saturday tickets.
A little bit high there for a ball to Gerke, who is maybe 0-2.
That's for what they call the right field.
I have a strikeout and a ground out to first recorded for him. 1-0. That's high for 2-0. Reminder at 6 o'clock in Mandan to set up about 10 feet to the further to the right. Dan said, and add that to your list of text messages to remind myself for road games. And a well-hit ball to center. And it'll be just over his head. Gustafsson unable to snag it. That will score Jensen Scholes, and it'll be an RBI double to make the score 3-1 here on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. And now Ty Weiler. So the Chiefs have scored in the bottom of the second, bottom of the third, and now the bottom of the fourth. The only inning they haven't scored in was the first. And this is a two-bouncer towards short. Picked up there by Sen, fired into the glove of Stein, and that will retire one on base and retire the Mandan Chiefs back to the dugout. But they do get a run across, and they take a 3-1 lead now here. 3 runs on 6 hits, and they leave one on base for a total of 5. And we'll be back with more in a moment here on MSPN Digital Television.
It's payback time.
It's not fun being the target of rude behavior. Sports has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. This message brought to you by MSPN Digital Television.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Just off 52nd Avenue South in Prairie Grove is your neighborhood South Fargo spot, Frank's Lounge. Frank's Lounge offers a fun, comfortable atmosphere and daily food specials you can view right as you walk in. Kristen says,
Love Frank's, our go-to place when we have company get-togethers, and always get the best service. We would definitely recommend. We love Frank's Lounge.
Frank's Lounge is open daily, and kids, when accompanied by an adult, are welcome all day, Sunday through Tuesday, and until 3:30 p.m. the rest of the week. Don't forget to take home a Frank's Lounge t-shirt or hat. Frank's Lounge, 2640 52nd Avenue South in Fargo. Stop in tonight.
Hey, you may have heard it coming out from the break here. It's Jace Burns stepping up to the plate for the Stars. He'll take the first pitch low for a ball here in the top of the 5th. Gunnar Majerus and Hudson Stein. It's the middle of the order, batters 4, 5, and 6 here for the Stars. And a nice hit out into right center field, and nice running catch there by Dylan Gerke as well. 1 pitch, 1 out. Or 2 pitches, 1 out, I should say.
Brings up the right fielder, Joe Gould.
And now Joe Gould will step into the box in the number 5 spot in place of Gunnar Majerus. Gould will take the first pitch for a strike, and it's 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And outside for a ball. Nice side there by Mr. Gould. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on here. Top of the 5th, 3-1 lead for the Chiefs. Gould and the Stars looking to change that, but he will get caught looking instead, and they'll be out number 2. And now it's scheduled Hudson Stein, and it is Hudson Stein. 1 hour, 9 minutes into the ball game now here in the top of the 5th, so they have picked up the pace a little bit. 2 away and a high strike. It was a high fastball right below the shoulder blades, and it was called a strike. And that one was above the shoulder blades and was not called a strike. 1-1. And a little bouncing ball foul here. My dad lives in Bismarck, so I came here a few hours early and visited with him and checked out some old school episodes of Jeopardy with host Alex Trebek. It happened to be during the period of time where Ken Jennings was winning like a couple $1 million and over several episodes. And they had a category called song lyrics, and I wiped it out. I wiped out every question in the song lyrics category. There's a diamond cutter right up into center field for Hudson Stein. It's good for a single. And that'll bring up Alex Christofferson.
Nikolai Stein brings up the center fielder, Alex Christofferson.
Christofferson tripled on a deep, deep, deep hit to left center field last time he was at the plate. I was sitting there on the recliner and I was answering the questions before, or I was questioning the answers before Alex Trebek could finish reading the answers. And that will drift foul down that third base side. Good for strike one for Christofferson. Pop out to the shortstop if that was recorded correctly. And then what was recorded correctly was the triple to left center field that he had last at bat. I did have a cheeseburger here, and it's not the best one in the state, but it certainly is going to drive up the rankings. So I'll see if I can get that prepared for our post-game show here, or if worst case scenario, I'll do it for the pregame show tomorrow in Minot, because then I can get a Minot burger and I can get two teams updated in the standings. But I'll show you where they're at, and yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll show you where they're at now at some point during this broadcast. So stay tuned, because that point's likely going to be in the post-game show. And as our faithful viewers know, we don't have much of a post-game show. YouTube analytics say that once that third out's recorded in the seventh inning, viewers drop. So I don't really put a lot of effort into a post-game show for that reason, but it's certainly understandable that that would be the case. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled away, and we'll stay at 2-2. Throw up to second, and sliding in safely is Hudson Stein. He'll steal second base, and he'll move into scoring position with 2 outs. Or are they saying he's out? Or were they saying that last pitch was a strike? Coach Fichtner is going to come out and have a... Oh, wait, no. He's coming from first base to go back to the dugout, so they'll accept the outcome of that. So no stolen base, and that takes care of the 4.5. We're halfway through the contest here, and it's 3-1 Chiefs on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard, where you can find something for everyone. Check them out today, Mandy's of FargoND.com. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information, or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
Bottom of the fifth, we'll see batters 3, 4, and 5 for Mandan. It's going to start with batter 3, who's number 4. His name's Aiden Bogner. Once again, 3-1 on the Mandy's FargoND.com scoreboard. If you could be so kind to go visit the website and see if there's something there that you might like or maybe one of your friends might like. Like they say, they have something for everyone at Mandy's FargoND.com, your local online-only store, small business here in Fargo. That's actually a friend of mine, so that gives me a little bit more incentive to ask you to go check it out. And that will be thrown over to first on a 6-3. So that is out number 1. A quick out here for the Stars in the bottom of the fifth. Now, I left Fargo today. It was the perfect temperature. The sun was shining just right. And I was in an awesome mood. And I got to Mandan I got to Bismarck. The longest part of the trip was the first and second exits of Bismarck, as that is like crazy road construction right in that area. 1 ball, no strike to Troy Gerhardt, and now he's going to ground it out to second. Olsen picks it up. Stein has it on his end, and that's out number 2. Gage Miller popped a single up the middle and into center field last time he was up, at least I think. And that one's fouled away, and that one's not staying in the park. Nobody will get a candy for that one. Wind's really decided to gust up here. I'll try and filter that out the best I can for you. I believe that was a ball, and it's 1-1 now. It was a nice pitch, but apparently it didn't quite hit the spot. It's ball 2. Well, I can tell you this, the wind does feel nice, considering how hot it was here in the last 15 minutes. It's cooled down now, and the sun's not glaring on this, so I could move my stuff back over to where I started from, but, you know, I'm looking at this. I don't see much of a difference from where I'm started from to where it is now, so I think I'll just stay right here where it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Weremeyer delivers strike 3. He got him. Would have said that with a little bit more confidence, but I've been fooled by the umpires recently. So that will be out number 3, and we'll go to the 6th inning here with the Chiefs leading 3-1 on the Mandy's FargoND.com scoreboard. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
Don't miss a stolen base or home run on the road to Shelby. Catch live broadcasts of all 15 games of the Central Plains Regional Tournament from Starion Bank Field in Fargo right here, exclusively on MSPN Digital Television.
All right, welcome back. Top of the 6th. Still 3-1 Chiefs here in this single 7-inning non-conference game. And this is Caleb Blanchette at the plate. He'll take the first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0 now here to Blanchette. And a big shout out. I don't recognize the individual, but he was wearing a Fargo Post 400 shirt and it brought me an ice cold water, and that is awesome. I certainly appreciate that. Fly out to right field for the first out there is Troy Gerhardt, secures it in his glove, and that'll bring up Graydon Olson.
Graydon Olson.
One ball, no strike here to Graydon Olson. I can say for sure he grounded out to short last time he was up. I'm not sure if the stat I have for the previous plate appearance is accurate or not. One ball, one strike, and that's a hard hit ball out into left field, and it will drop for a base hit. Colston Sen as we return to the top of the order now here for the Stars. And high and in for a ball. 1-0 here to Colston Sen. 1 for 2, I think. Ground out single walk is what we'll say this time around. And the 1-0 hits him, and he'll advance via hit by a pitch. And that puts 2 runners on base now as Graydon Olson will scoot up to second on that play there, and brings up Ethan Dahl.
Now batting the third baseman, Ethan Dahl.
And he'll bunt it. And it's a nice slow rolling bunt. And will he get there? No, he's safe at first. And that will load the bases on a bunt hit single. That was close though. That was very close. They say the tie goes to the runner. I'm not sure if that's an official rule or not. But, I mean, that's how close it was. Here's Colby Hansen, the designated hitter. Once again, while we were muted in the first inning, I was saying how it was nice to see him. It's not nice to see him get hit. It is nice to see him get an RBI off that, though. And so to finish that story, I believe, I wasn't in Bozeman, so maybe he batted there, but to the best of my knowledge, that was his first plate appearance back in the first inning of the season for the Stars, as he's coming off the late stages of a healing injury. So they're coaxing him back into the lineup here, and that's nice to see. Jace Burns, by the way, as the hit by a pitch would score Graydon Olson from third. Just to update you on that. That moves Colston Sen to third, Ethan Dahl up to second. Colby Hansen on first. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Jace Burns. And Jace Burns will, nice sliding grab by the second baseman. Back to first. They will not get him at first. They will get the middle runner out. And another run scores. So Colby Hansen off the base. Everybody else safe except Colston Sen comes in to score to tie the game at 3-3 on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. So Jace Burns will get an RBI on the fielder's choice. 4-6 on the throw out. Colston Sen scores. Dahl to second. Hansen out at second. And Burns on first with the fielder's choice and the RBI. And now it's 1 ball, no strike to Joe Gould. 2 balls, no strikes to Joe Gould. He struck out looking last time he was at the plate. Took the place of Gunnar Majerus 2 trips of the lineup ago. 3 balls and no strikes, and a good eye there by Joe Gould. So now we'll see if Carson Weiler come back with his free strike here. Coaches normally tell their hitters to not swing on a 3-0 count, and Joe Gould will get an RBI. No, he won't, because the bases weren't loaded. They were loaded a moment ago, but I forgot the runner got out at second. So, and now they're loaded though. And now Hudson Stein will have a chance to do some damage here. And he gets hit by a pitch, and that will give the Stars the lead. And advance Gould to second, and Ethan Dahl up to home, and Jace Burns over to third. I haven't watched every Mandan Chiefs game, but this seems to be how their games go. They play well. They sometimes have a lead, or they're sometimes within 1 or 2 runs, or sometimes they do have the lead late in the game, but it always squeaks away from them every time except for 11. I think they've won 11 games, 3 in conference play, and I think 8 more outside of the conference. 1 ball, 1 strike, and that is a fly out, or no, ground out, excuse me, and that will strand 3 on base. On the ground out, Mason Oster, Marcus Birdhorse, and Jensen Scholes, 6, 7, and 8 batters scheduled for Mandan. When we return in the bottom of the 6th, the Stars have taken the lead for the first time. It's 4-3 Fargo post 400 on the Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. We'll be back in a moment.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burnt.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
I don't grill it properly.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
All right, they must have heard me when I made my comment earlier about 80s music, because now they're playing it here when Mandan's coming to bat. So we'll see if that helps them out or not. Hopefully Mandan doesn't prove that study wrong. Unless you're a Stars fan, then you're hoping that they do prove it wrong. But as much as I like that song, and as much as some of you may have enjoyed it, I had to turn it off because YouTube will complain like they usually do, and then I gotta sit there at my computer and do some editing to allow you guys to still watch the game on on-demand replay. It's not too bad of a process, actually, but you know, if you have like 13 songs that get hit in your YouTube video, you can only do 1 at a time. So 13 songs would probably take me 3 days to get rid of all 13 of the songs. So that's why I do my best to keep them out in the real broadcast.
Single by Oster brings up the first baseman, Marcus Birdhorse.
Of course, the wind probably took out that walk-up song, so but just in case it didn't, I'll turn it down. And a check swing foul directly towards your feet if you're standing up like I am watching on your TV. I'm not sure why you would be standing watching your TV, but I suppose there is, maybe you're cooking food or something. No balls and 1 strike. It's a non-conference game. Allowed to have a little bit of banter here in this one. Not that I'm not allowed to do that in conference games, but nothing in 1. This is pitch 78 for Gus Wermeyer. And that's a high-flying ball to left field, and on the run making the catch is... Let me double-check to see who that might be out there.
Brings up the catcher, Adam Walker.
It's Jace Burns out in left field. And that must mean Joe Gould moved to right field then. And that would make sense. And Yeah, I saw a play like that in Millbank, South Dakota, where they called runners interference. This time it wasn't called. Two runners on base now. They will call it an error. I don't know. I mean, if the runner hadn't crossed past, it may not have been a, quote, error. And that's why the runner interference rule exists, but it wasn't called in that situation. And, you know, maybe the umpire saw something that I didn't because he was a lot closer to the play than I was, so. Back to second, and I don't know if he intended not to throw it and then it left his hand or what, but kind of looked like he did not intend to throw that. Two-one to Jensen Scholes. He was walked last time he was at the plate. It's pitch 83 for Wermeyer. And that one is going to miss for ball 3. So 3-1 count now here to Jensen Scholes. Four runs on 7 hits for the Stars. 3 runs on 7 hits for the Chiefs on 1 Stars error. And he'll walk them, and that'll load the bases here for the Mandan Chiefs, who trail by 1 at the moment here on the Andes of Fargo ND.com scoreboard, where you can find something for everyone.
Center fielder Dylan Gerke.
And before Gerke steps into the plate, we'll have a visit to the mound here for the Stars coach, Jeff Fichtner, and the rest of the teammates. And Eye of the Tiger, 80s music, will be muted for less editing purposes later, as we discussed earlier. Once again, coming up tomorrow, 5:30 with an approximate 5:15 pregame show from Corbett Field in Minot. And I know that things will work well there because the last 3 years that I've gone there, their internet has been rock awesome. I don't even have to use my own internet there. Using my own internet here, hopefully that is panned out. I know earlier in the game I had it juiced up a little too high, so hopefully that's gotten better since I made that settings change. Dylan Gerke. Gerke will check his swing, and the pitch will come in low for a ball. One-0 pitch. In for a strike, maybe. Kind of looked like one from up here, but the umpire's saying ball 2. And the 2-0. And that is a strike. Kind of looked a lot like that last pitch. 2-1. And that one's high for 3 balls and 2 strikes. Your umpires for today are on your screen now. You got Andrew Fisher at home plate, Andy Kaufman at third, and Jesse Welk at first base. And a walk. It's a bases loaded walk that'll tie the game at 4-4. So now both teams with 4 runs on 7 hits. And looks like we'll have a Another visit to the mound here, and right now, Gus Wermeyer's at 89 pitches, and he will be done. Gus Wermeyer with 89 pitches, according to the scoreboard. I'm not keeping track of pitch count. That is what they have on the scoreboard, so I'm going with that. Colston Sen will be the new pitcher here for the Stars. That means we'll have a new shortstop, too. And the new shortstop will be Caleb Christensen. So Caleb Christensen comes into the game to play short to take over for Colston Sen, who moves onto the pitcher's mound. And Gus Wermeyer will exit the game once again with 89 pitches on the day. 4 runs on 7 hits on no errors for the Chiefs, and 12 left on base up to this point for the Fargo Post 400 Stars. And the Mandan Chiefs have 4 runs on 7 hits on 1 Star's questionable error, and they leave 5 on base so far here. And I say questionable error respectfully, as I don't know. I'll have to look at the replay to see if I agree with it or not. I want to say hi to Ben Blanchette tuning in from Orlando, Florida. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm guessing Orlando's an hour ahead of us, so it's about 7:37 there right now. I know I went down to Florida, when was it? About 1 year ago. And when I checked into my hotel, I was shockingly surprised to learn that it was still Central Time. I think it was in Pensacola. So Pensacola in Central Time, Orlando in Eastern Time, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but it is what it is. So 1 ball and 1 strike here to Ty Weiler, I believe. Yep, Ty Weiler, yep. Sen delivers high for ball 2. So thanks again for tuning in, Ben. Appreciate it. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And a ground ball that will find the gap into left center field. It's going to score 1. They're going to send Jensen Scholz around from second. He will score, and the Chiefs take a 6-4 lead. It's a 2-run RBI single to left field, scoring Birdhorse and Scholz. Gerke moves up to second, leaves third base open, and it's a 2-run advantage here for Mandan in the bottom of the 6th. So I'll put the pressure on the Stars here in the top of the 7th. We'll see if they can get out of this inning here without allowing any more runs. This one is almost into my left hand, but not quite. If my arm was about 25 feet longer on the wingspan, I could have caught that. Throw to first, tag applied, but he's safe. One ball, no strike here to Aiden Bogner. And Bogner will send it up towards shallow right center. And he made the catch. That was Joe Gould. I think he made the catch anyway. Yes, it was Joe Gould. And that's out number 2. So the runners stay put on the pop out to shallow right. Troy Gerhardt's the batter now. 1 ball, no strike. Make it 2 balls and no strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Yeah, it was a year ago. I flew to Pensacola because that was the connecting flight to Philadelphia, and then the connecting flight was delayed, and it got canceled or something, and I never made it to Philadelphia. So I sat in a sports bar in Pensacola, Florida, and I watched the Colorado Avalanche hockey game that I was hoping to go to, and they had never. I'd been to Philadelphia once before, and they lost that game. And that is caught in left field there by Jace Burns. They lost the game, so then and now the second time when I tried to go there, I couldn't get there, and they won the game. So I still got to make it to Philadelphia at some point in my future. That will end the 6th inning of play, and your score right now is the Mandan Chiefs 6 and the Fargo Post 100 Stars 4. And we go to the top of the 7th, and the Stars need 2. Otherwise, Mandan will pick up a victory, and we'll see what happens when we return after this. Stay tuned.
Here's your chance to support MSPN Digital Television in one of 3 ways. First, everyone can subscribe to the MSPN YouTube channel absolutely free. Second, individuals and families can choose one of 3 monthly YouTube memberships. Third, local businesses can choose one of 2 monthly YouTube sponsorships. Visit our YouTube channel and look for and click the Join button to select the option that's best for you. For more information or to get answers to your questions about MSPN memberships and sponsorships, give us a call today at 701-491-6776.
All right, let's see. Coming into the game here, this is Kane Mathiasen. And Mathiasen hits one fair down the right field line. He loses his helmet. He's going to go into third, and number 3 has a triple. On the first pitch of the top of the 7th, Kane Mathiasen comes in and blasts a triple down the right field line. And now it will be, instead of Graydon Olson, it will be Gus Pankratz.
Brings up Gus Pankratz.
Don't forget, coming up in our short post-game show, and that's over the head. And the Stars have pulled within 1 on an RBI single by Gus Pankratz that scores Kane Mathiasen from third. And now Colston Sen is the scheduled batter, and it is indeed Colston Sen.
Brings up the pitcher, Colston Sen.
So Pankratz stands on first. Now a bunt that rolls foul. trying to get Pankratz to second there on that bunt. And, of course, one thing that we've seen the Stars do here on bunts is that they try and bunt for hits. They don't try to bunt for sacrifices. I suppose in a way, all teams do that, but there are some scenarios where you don't care if that runner at first is out. But that doesn't seem to be the case here with the coaching staff this year. This one right down the first base line, and he will likely get thrown out on that one, and nearly lost it. But the bunt will do its job. One out, and it moves the Pankratz into scoring position to potentially tie this game here. If Ethan Dahl can take that back, we're going to have Matt Bryant step up to the plate now.
Matt Bryant.
So Matt Bryant moves into the number 2 spot in place of Ethan Dahl. And we'll see if he can get a base hit to bring in Pankratz from second. We'll take the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. That one's going foul to left field, and he will not catch up to it to make a catch. He'll bounce out of play, and that'll be strike 2. So 1 out, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Matt Bryant. Kobe Hansen's the scheduled batter. Let's see if he's still on deck or not. I can't tell yet. High for a ball. 2-2 the count. And a ground ball towards second. And he'll be thrown out. That will move Gus Pankratz over to third. And the Stars are 90 feet closer to having this game tied. Caleb Christensen will bat in place of Colby Hansen. Caleb Christensen, one of the 4 members of the Post 400 Stars Home Run Club this year. Got one to left field. And that one's popped up, and running after it here is the first baseman, makes the catch, Marcus Birdhorse. And with that catch, the Mandan Chiefs will hang on and win by the final score of 6-5. Came 90 feet away from forcing the bottom of the 7th, but the Chiefs hang on a couple of pop-outs as the Stars make moves to bring in their power hitters here at the end of the game to try and get themselves back in front, but the effort fell a little bit short. It was a valiant effort, but a little bit short. So with that said, let's take a look at the 2025 concession stand burger rankings. I know that everybody's been wondering. And if I can find that button here. And there you go. There's your updated burger rankings. So Mandan moves from tied for 6 all the way up to the number 2 spot, right behind Williston. It is going to be tough to defeat Williston Hamburger. That was something else, I tell you. Mandan at 2. West Fargo bumps down to 4 because I think Post 400's burgers are about. Here's why Post 400. They have maybe West Fargo has a little bit larger burger, but it's more expensive, and the overall value is better at Fargo Post 400. So they are in the 3 spot. West Fargo 4, Dickinson 5. I don't see Dickinson moving anywhere above 5. I don't see Grand Forks moving anywhere above 6. We'll see what Minot has to offer tomorrow, and in about 72 hours, we'll have a chance to see what Jamestown has to offer. And Bismarck and Fargo Post 2, at the moment, it doesn't look like they'll be participating, but we shall see. Maybe we'll get a chance to get one of their burgers. I don't know. But so that's how they sit right now. And hopefully the Stars fans aren't too upset about that. I know that they want their burgers to be number one, but we still got about 2 weeks left of the regular season, so they still have a chance. Everybody still has a chance to move up or move down. So, well, there you go. There's your 2025 burger rankings as of July 14th at 5:14 p.m., which was about when I had the burger here. I got it right before the game started, and I had it 8 by about 5:14. So, I'll admit I put the 5:14 in there last night, thinking that's about when I'd be done, and it turned out to be exactly spot on. So, once again, we'll see where Minot falls into the rankings there tomorrow when we go up to Corbett Field for a conference doubleheader between the Stars and the Minot Vistas. Once again, your final score here in this non-conference game, it is the Mandan Chiefs 7 and the Fargo Post 400 Stars 6 on your Mandy's of Fargo. I'm sorry, 6-5 on your Mandy's of FargoND.com scoreboard. I was looking at the 7th inning. All right, that'll do it. You have a good day. We'll talk to you in just under 24 hours from now from Corbett Field in Minot.
The proceeding has been a copyrighted presentation of MSPN Digital Television. Follow us online by searching MSPNDTV on YouTube and X to find broadcast schedules, on-demand broadcasts, and more. Thanks for watching MSPN Digital Television.